Record. Yeah, so we're recording. All right, guys. So it's Padcast in association with TC Cars. This is one from the home. We got Dave. We got Tosh.
What's good, Pete?
What's going on, guys? So tonight we've got UFC. What's this? 258.
5'9".
Is it?
5'9". 5'9", I think. Yeah,
259.
Yeah.
So we got. What do we want to hit on first, guys? Do you want to hit on the prelims? Do you want to hit on the main card? Bottom to top?
Should we go? Yeah, let's go bottom to top then. Let's go bottom to top.
Like, you know me, guys. I'm not one for the early prelims or prelims. So, I can have an input, but the early prelims, we've got a women's flyweight. Jillian Robertson versus Miranda Maverick.
Yeah, this one sticks out to me because I just love Jillian Robertson, man. She's a gangster, aggressive grappler, loves to get on top and finish with ground and pound. If not, she's got really, really, really good armbar. But I've been watching Miranda Maverick, and she's a physical specimen, shall we say? She's you know, when someone's just like, yeah, you know what? I don't even know my chances against you. But yeah, she's coming from Invicta. She got a win, so. This is an interesting matchup. I love watching the fighters come together and then collide. And
from different organisations, because a lot of the time they say, "Oh, they're in that organisation, so they're not really." So when they come in,
funny you say that. Funny you say that, Pad. UFC are fond and well known of getting champions from Invicta.
Yeah.
It's one of the
UFC like Invicta.
Yeah, they get the champs, and then when they think they're ready, they bring them up to the UFC to see what they're made of. So I used to watch a lot of Invicta. So a lot of the girls.
There's a few females from Invicta.
Yeah.
So do you think if people were getting into MMA now, you'd say, like, obviously UFC is like, you know, your golden child and that, but go and watch a bit of Invicta so you
watch
can
everything. Watch everything to do with MMA. Everything.
Do you think it's like
ground?
Is it easier watching all these different organisations, though? You know what I mean? Because sometimes you're invested, aren't you? You know, like, I'm watching that sort of league sort of thing. Do you know what I mean? Whereas, like, this Chandler who's come to the UFC now, like, I didn't know who he was, to be honest. When I'm seeing who's he going to fight against, and then I thought, nah, this ain't going to go down well.
Yeah.
Then that's what happened.
The only reason I know Chandler is because I seen him get leg kicked the hell out of by Douglas Lima.
Yeah.
Was it Douglas Lima cut Tosh? And his leg went all limp, and his lead leg just went from under him, didn't it?
Yeah. Chandler's a G though. He's been around for a while. He's had a trilogy with Eddie Alvarez way back in the day. That's definitely worth a watch if you haven't seen it yet. And I do think Invicta's a good one. It's kind of like when you're starting out, it's almost easier to spot the mistakes because they're up and coming fighters and the divisions aren't as deep. Number one, you can see them coming from the births. You can see them from the grassroots when they're really, really green, and you can see the changes in their game. And you can also spot mistakes easier as well. So from an analytic point of view, when you're being objective and critical, it's good sometimes to watch those guys that aren't squeaky clean.
100%. You can see flaws.
Victor's one of them. Yeah. I enjoy watching the ladies fight as well. I really do. I like to make sure.
No objection.
So guys, do you guys know Miranda Maverick, like the opponent? Because she seems to have, she's got the better record. She's like, you've got Jillian Robertson, she's 9-5, but Maverick is 10-2. So she seems like so.
I swear, Maverick fought not long ago, and I swear to God she didn't. It was literally a couple of months ago she fought.
Yeah, it was a UFC debut. She got doctor stoppage. I feel like she outstruck the girl as well. I'm sure she came in with a beautiful, beautiful elbow, short range, and she got a stoppage. But before that,
you know what? That sounds familiar. That does. Sounds familiar. That does.
Yeah, I think Jillian's record is displayed of she's faced higher level competition for longer. I think that's what it is.
Which would make more sense in having like not a greater record, you know what I mean, sort of thing.
Fighting high level people, you know, she's pushing for the top. But I do see it's the physicality against the savvy scrambliness of Robertson. So I'm going to go with Robertson just because of the experience with the higher level people. And I am low-key rooting for her, you know?
Yeah,
Well,
no, there's nothing wrong with that.
low-key.
There's nothing wrong with that.
I'm
So let's
rooting for
move
her.
on. Are we going to go through every fight? Do you want to do every fight? Yeah. Even if, like, obviously we could say, I don't know that one, but at least we could have given them a mention. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah, so the next one, we got a welterweight fight. It's Gabe Green versus Phillip Rowe.
I can't think of either of these. I might have seen Gabe Green.
I was going to say there's been a few things recently about Gabe Green that I've read, but it's nothing like I haven't watched him fight at all. So
yeah,
No.
I can't think of anything off the top of my head regarding Gabe.
But it's nice. Do you know what? I actually love it when there's two people. You know, when we're defo watching the card, and then you see two people who we don't know, and one of they pull something out the bag, and you're like,
Mate, it's great
Like
because
a
a lot
Tyson.
of the cards that are low key end up having amazing scraps. You look at the card and you think, there's one or two I'd like, but I don't know the rest of these guys.
There's that,
and then
there's that one guy, isn't there? You know that one guy you remember before? We watched one, he debuted and he won. And remember I was saying his style, like he stands like Nate Diaz, and I can't remember who he is, but I know I'm going to see him again. Yeah.
Is it a heavyweight or is it a younger guy? I mean, the slimmer.
I'm not right. I think it was one when we was towards like 3 months into doing our podcast. See, I can't remember his name. He debuted. It was against somebody who I remember you saying to me, like, you think I know? Yeah, I'm on about.
Yeah, was it Brandon Royval versus Kai Kara France?
Yeah,
he was Adesanya's teammate, and they put on just a scorcher for the flyweights, and they're guys that like you wouldn't know them.
Like you know that style.
Kai Kara France.
Yeah.
Kai Kara France is a good striker, man.
Yeah, he is.
Wicked, man.
Mad one.
So
that was the early prelims. Now we're going to move on to the preliminary. Are you ready? So we've got Andre Ewell, if I'm saying that correct, against Chris Gutierrez.
Yeah, this is going to be a good matchup. Oh, it's at catchweight as well. I think Ewell's 135. I don't know if he's 124 or 130.
Let's see. So we've got the weight. What it's saying is 135 for Ewell and Gutierrez 145. So the catch rate's going to be somewhere in between there, isn't it?
Yeah, probably a 140 catch rate. Ewell's great. He's got good long range striking, primarily boxing. Good scrambles, nice rangy fighter. And Gutierrez, I don't know why, but I've just got a feeling he's got a great gas tank and a good aggressive game. Off the top of my head, I'm not even 100% on that, but I'll be leaning towards Andre Ewell just because of how technically clean he is. Yeah, and he came off a loss not too long ago, so when you see him back in there, you know they're going to have improved. So I'm going with Ewell on that one, just off of that.
So we got a women's strawweight fight next. Polyana Viana versus Mallory Martin.
Mallory Martin, yeah.
Mallory Martin. I'm ripping these names.
Mallory.
Hey, Mallory! That just reminds me, guys, while we're here, they've done a great video the other day. And
World's
Best Coffee. You want to go and see it, head over to my TikTok podcast. It's sitting there. It's going viral, mate, I tell you. It's going viral.
I'm going to have to go have a look, ain't I?
Mate, have to go. You're going to see. But yeah, so I thought I'd just throw that in there.
And the coffee's just going to be just amazing. Just watch how I make it. Just follow them simple steps.
I don't even want, do you know what? I'm saying no more. I think we said too much, Dave. I think we have said too much. It's a secret, but you'll find out the secret. So yes, we are. So back onto Mallory and Polly. Do you know these two then, guys?
Yeah, I've heard of Mallory.
Yeah,
but I don't. I've heard of her, but I don't know too much of her because she hasn't really fought. I haven't really seen her. You know what I mean?
Martin, I think she came off the wrong end of his decision not too long ago. She's a grinder, but she just came up short the last time I saw her fight. Polyana's quite well-rounded as well. She's actually the woman that ended up beating up her. I'm pretty certain she's the one who ended up beating up a pervert because he whipped out his Todger and thought it'd be a good idea. Yeah, so she ended up beating the shit out of him.
So you're saying
I can see
technically
that.
she's 1-0 in the men's league?
Mate, on the streets, in the
On the
beach,
street.
On the
1-0.
streets, baby.
Masvidal ain't got shit on her.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Polyana Viana on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm glad
I'll
you
go Mallory just because I've heard of her. I
Yeah.
haven't heard of her.
I feel you.
And I'll go neither because I know neither. And I just don't know. Like, there's no point, is there? But
The
then we
knowledge
got
was just immense in it.
a welterweight clash against Bilal Muhammad versus Diego Lima.
Yeah, this is one that's on the radar for me, for sure. I like Bilal Muhammad. I think he's got the potential to really go up through the ranks. I can't see if he's ranked at the moment. I don't think he is.
Doesn't show.
He's got the potential for sure to go up the ranks. He's got a well-rounded game. Great.
I need to put faces to names. I'm just getting some internet, lads.
Okay. He's got a really, really good boxing fundamentals, and he utilizes his jab fantastically. He's going up against Diego Lima. He's a vet. He's been around for a long time. He's the brother of Douglas Lima, who's the one.
That's what I was going to say. I'm sure I've heard the name, but now you say Douglas, I feel like it's him who I've heard of more.
Yeah.
Douglas Lima is the one that took out MVP.
Yeah. So they've been training together from the get-go. He's got experience. He's off the tough scene. I'm going to go with Bilal Muhammad on this one. I just feel like Bilal Muhammad seems to put his stuff together really, really well. And on a night, I could see him really, really high up there. I really could. So I think Bilal Muhammad's going to utilise his boxing on this one.
Yeah. It's more stand-up then.
Yeah, definitely.
Let's go with then a middleweight fight. We've got an unbeaten Rodolfo Vieira versus Anthony Hernandez.
See, I can't.
I'm going with Anthony Hernandez on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know like either of them at all.
Or me. I'm not even sure. Are these guys fresh? I'm not sure. They both got
decent records.
And usually that means they're fresh in most of the time into UFC. I don't know if it's their debut or not. I literally haven't.
Obviously, guys, if you are watching this, we was planning on doing the main card, but let's throw in the deep end, jump in, talk about what we know. If we don't know these, we don't know them, but we just gotta at least because do you know what we might do in like a year's time or something? We go, oh my god, we didn't know who Rodolfo Vieira is, and we're
there you go.
And he's like the king of the middleweight division.
That'd be crazy.
Nah, I'm gonna. I'm still going. I think I'm gonna go Hernandez. I think he's a bit. It looks like. I think he's a bit of a killer, you know.
Yeah.
I've seen Hernandez before.
Yeah. I swear I've seen it. He's a bit explosive. I swear he is.
That's not coconut bombs, is it? He looks a bit like.
And now should we move to the main card then, guys? What everybody's come here for? You want to hear us talk about the main card because you probably tuned out, but you're back or you've skipped.
Everyone's asleep.
Yeah, you know we'll put in the subject at the bottom. We'll put where you get to the good stuff.
Yeah, definitely put.
So we got middleweight. Boom, middleweight Maki Pitolo versus Jillian Marquez.
Yeah, I had to have a look at Maki Pitolo. So I was like, oh, I'm sure I know his face, but I don't know his name. And then I looked and then I realised this is Coconut Bombs. That's his fight name is Coconut Bombs.
Yes.
Fight, you know why his nickname is Coconut Bombs.
Guys, this is what I'm saying. When Tosh comes out with a nickname and you know that there's lineage. Do you know what I mean? You know, they've set a level. So Tosh, carry on. But I love it when you come out with the nicknames.
I love this nickname. It's up there. So he's fighting against Jillian Marquez. I'm sure I looked him up. His first fight was the tough finale. So he's quite green on the scene. Maki Pitolo I've seen a few times fight, and he usually gets beaten out. Not in the striking department. He usually gets beaten out, getting dirty boxed up against the cage. He's lost by submission before. But this is a guy that you don't want to be out in mid-range with. You just don't want to be there. And I've got a feeling that Jillian Marquez may not have either the grappling chops or the know-how how to get out of that mid-range exchange. Pitolo's been there a few times before, and that really does have an advantage when you've been there a few times in UFC. I've got a feeling Coconut Bombs is going to be dropping them coconuts. So
I'm going to go for Marquez on that one.
Ooh.
Okie doke.
No, I just think he's fresher.
I'm interested to see what Marcus
You know
brings.
what I mean? Like, he's got a bit more to prove.
Yeah.
He wants to go a bit.
Also, he's less, he's less known, so he might pull things out of the bag that, we know exactly what Maki Pitolo's bringing, you know what I mean? Whereas Julian Marquez, you don't know, so you could be right, Dave.
Yeah, and he's going to have footage of what Maki Pitolo's weaknesses are. He's got a few losses in the UFC, which means that Julian Marquez and his team can create a game plan around where his weak areas are. And it always shows if you're a striker and you've been striking all your life, let's say Wonder Boy, no matter how much you train, your submission game and your grappling is never going to catch up and take over something you've been doing since you was a kid. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I get what you mean.
It might be better than last time, but he still knows that that's the weakest link in the chain. So we'll see how that goes.
You know what's next? Featherweight.
Yeah. Oh, is this at featherweight?
This is indeed.
I like Brian Kelleher.
Yeah.
So we got Ricky. Is it Simone? Is it Ricky Simone versus Brian Kelleher?
Yeah. I like Brian Kelleher.
He's got
he's a well-rounded fighter, mate. He's a well-rounded. He's good to watch as well. He's not boring.
It's fun. Yeah.
Simone, fun guys to watch.
Yeah. Both of these guys, I like watching both of these guys. Kelleher likes it on the feet more. Ricky Simone is great, super aggressive, get you up against the feet, take you down, GMP you out. He's a specimen. He's really big. Like, he's a big guy. You see this guy's back for like 145 and you're like, Jesus Christ, it looks like you just pulled him out of a cave and put some gloves on him. Like, that's literally how he is. Like, Kelleher's got great footwork, so it's going to be fantastic to see if Kelleher's footwork and clean striking is going to be able to let him get out of the way of Simone's aggressive.
And he's got that bit more of experience as well.
Yeah. Have you noticed? I see a lot of these fights that we're seeing, like, they're not all, there's no like super big names yet but this is all, it seems like it's a good set of matchups between like what we've been going over and we're talking about people's games. It seems like they've made more of a 50-50 card here rather than, bringing a few like young lions through in one card. Do you know what I mean? Sort of thing.
Yes. I really think that the skill level being close is more important than how high-end people are. Like, anybody can watch, no offense, anyone can watch Mayweather beat up a bum. It's great to watch the display of greatness, but you don't really see the skill levels of people come out unless they're matched against people who are evenly matched or have something to counter what they've got. So I think the matchmaking is fantastic. So I like watching these evenly matched fights. Really do, yeah.
Talking about evenly matched fights. Calvin Gastelum versus, I'm going to say, Ian Heinch.
I think that's it.
We'll just stay with that. Or Heinich.
Yeah, no, Heinich, I would say, yeah. Or Heinich.
Yeah. We're probably pronouncing his first name wrong. It's probably Ian or something like that.
Or Jan or Lan. No, it's probably Ian, yeah.
Right.
Gastelum on this one.
Yeah.
Purely because I think I love his striking.
Yeah.
And he's in your face as well, isn't he? Like, he's just all the way through.
Got good wrestling as well.
Yeah. But again, he's someone who can lose as well. So that's 100%. On the other hand. So he's in exciting fights. I think this is a fan fight. This isn't one like this ain't putting, even if Gasoline wins this isn't going to make, he's not going to jump anywhere, but this puts him like, because he's not killing it at the minute, is he? You know what I mean? Like,
the last time I seen him, I think he come off a loss of Jack Hermanson, which was a really quick, was it a heel hook? A very quick heel hook in the first round.
Yeah, I've seen that.
A little bit lapsadaisy, and got caught. I'm pretty sure that was his last fight. Ian Heintsch is decent. I'm pretty sure he's from a military background, so they always bring great conditioning. He's
of course.
High volume puncher. I like Heintsch. I'm sure he come off a win off his last fight. But the championship caliber fighters that Gastelum's been fighting over the last 5 years plus.
It's just what he does.
This is it. Like this is sometimes the problem, isn't it? Like, you want someone. This is what I love about the UFC though, because in boxing, they're like it's not always like you get a few losses and you're seen as a nobody. You know what I mean? Like here, you can have quite a few losses and you can still come for a bit of champ. You know what I mean? And it's like
crazy.
He reminds me sort of, in a sense, like however, no fighting style or nothing like that. Sort of, you've got a lad called Hughie Fury, obviously Tyson Fury's cousin. Yeah, quality boxer. I wouldn't say he's amazing, but he's definitely, up there that can mix it with world level. But in his early fights, he was fighting everyone who was at the world level already, whereas he should have had a longer, and I feel like he would have had a better career. He's still going, don't get me wrong, but he's took the shine off, do you know what I mean? Whereas in the UFC, I feel like with Calvin remember when he fought Bisping after Bisping fought GSP? Yeah. And I thought, this is just
Japan.
Yeah, and I thought he was going to go out. I thought he was just going over to get the money. I thought, this is defo got this. He's just fought for the top.
Nah.
Gastelum's amazing. I still think
bad decision for Michael Bisping. That was.
Yeah.
That close up. Yeah, I think Gastelum. It's a weird one. I think Gastelum with conditioning could go down to 170 and take the crown. And I really, really, really believe that. I said that when Woodley was the champ, and I still think that. In my personal opinion, Calvin Gastelum has the best 1-2 in the whole of the UFC. The best 1-2. It's very reminiscent of the Woodley straight right, except for he uses it. He covers a deceiving amount of distance because he's a shorter fighter. Don't think he's going to be able to get in, but he really commits with that 1-2. He's fought guys like Adesanya. Look at all the guys that he's fought. I don't even need to say he's fought so many of the top level guys. He's just, you can't never count him out. And he's always undersized at 185, which makes it even more impressive. I just think he's going to be too much for Heintsch on the feet. His balance, his striking. I think he'll be too much for Heintsch. I really do. Yeah.
Yeah, me too. But even though Heintsch is just his last win, was Gerald Meerschaert, GM3.
Oh yeah, G3. Okay, yeah.
So
I don't know, so I can't really, mate. But
he's had a loss to Derek Brunson, and I mean, if you're losing to Derek Brunson, then Calvin Gastelum's going to give you a hell of a lot of trouble.
Yeah, can't discredit Brunson. He's a good fighter.
No, he's a wicked mate. Yeah, but
Gastelum's just a little, high up on that ladder for sure.
All right, in the co-main event,
let's do this.
We got a women flyweight title. Well, is it a title? No. We've got I'm just looking now. Just a women flyweight fight with Macy Barber versus Alexa Grasso. I've definitely heard. We've mentioned Grasso before in recent. I'm sure we mentioned it in one of the podcasts before, which I didn't know who she was, but I'm sure you filled me in.
Yeah.
In the last 6 fights, Grasso's been very inconsistent. She's not very consistent. It's like she's had a loss, win.
Yeah.
So what I mean? Has she won the last one?
Yeah, she won against Ji Young Kim.
Yeah.
So she's lost this one then, yeah?
It was only by decision now.
All right, then, mate. All right, let's go on to the main event then.
Whoa.
I'm joking.
I've got words to say.
I was joking.
Oh. See me then. Pull up. I'm excited for this one, guys. I really like this one. Barber coming off of a loss to Roxanne Modafferi, the Happy Warrior. Everybody knows that she is an absolute pioneer in women's MMA. She keeps on getting better. She's got a very... She's just deceiving in general because her character's so nice. Everyone goes in there thinking that they can beat her up, and it never works out that way. So I love watching Modafferi win. She beat her to a decision. I know Macy Barber got... I think she had an ACL tear. She had a knee injury.
She did.
You know, fight with Modafferi. Yeah. But she's ranked 2. I'm sure Modafferi's was ranked 2 at the time. There's no shame in that. You know, Barber's only just getting into the UFC recently, you know, and she's really come through the ranks.
8-1.
Setback. Yeah, it's a minor setback. So to take your loss against Happy Warrior, that's a good learning experience. You can come back from this. Grasso is from the Invicta circuit, former Invicta champion. I've been watching her take the crown. It's just such a lovely, slick martial artist to watch operate when she's on. I think that her record recently is just showing that
she's lost 3, mate.
Yeah, she's fighting the best in the world. This stuff happens. Yeah. Like you're saying, Pad. You don't want to get put on with boxing. You know, you lose a couple, you get put on the shelf. I'm really happy that it's not like that with MMA because there's so many different styles. You can't have a perfect record. It's really hard unless you.
That's what I love about it.
Yeah. And what we're going to see is 2 really, really well-rounded skill sets colliding, and it's a toss-up. This is a pick-em one for me, honestly. But
I don't know. I think if it goes to the ground, I think Grasso takes it. Just pips it that little bit.
Okay. I'm interested to see if it goes to the ground because both of these girls can really strike. I think
they like strikers, don't they? Yeah. Grasso looks the ground out a decision as well.
Yeah. She can go to distance conditioning. I think technical cleanness is going to lean towards Grasso, and I think the tenacity and stopping ability is going to be going towards Barber. So for that reason, I will lean more towards Barber.
Yeah.
On that one. Because I think if she can close the range and get into elbowing range, Barber's not. She's not afraid to.
Is this the experience against the young lion then? Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say. Well,
not. But not. I wouldn't say experience at the end of it, but someone who's been there and sort of done it, like.
Yeah, I would say that. Yeah. Barber. Yeah, I would say so. Maybe Barber's been around for less time. But you could tell by her technique that she's been doing it for a long time. So even though we might not know of her, for a long
don't forget, Macy Barber's only 22.
She's very young.
Well, young man. Got years ahead of her.
And on a co-main event, mate, it's a big.
After having 9 fights, that's good, man.
Yeah, they're doing well, and I think there's a reason why it's on the co-main. It's because they know that both of these girls have got legit well-rounded skill sets.
Yeah. So, I feel like it's going to be a great fight. So that's it.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, then I think we put that to bed.
Yeah,
guys. Main event. We have waited a while. We've got Kamaru Usman versus Gilbert Burns. Right. Guys, I'm going to go straight in here, yeah, because I don't want to be swayed, yeah?
I know what Dave's picked. Dave knows what I've picked.
Yeah.
So remember when it first got called? I was like, who is this Gilbert Burns geezer? Usman. Have you seen what he's just done? Have you seen them? Did you see Woodley? You know, like when he just shut him down and finished like did you see? And then I'm like, he's defo won this. So then time moves by. You read a little bit, you watch a little bit. You start listening to opinions of not just your friends, but also of fighters, also of Ariel Helwani, also DC. You start listening to them, and then you're like, you know, not saying that they're defo going to win or whatever, but you listen, you think. So I can't make a decision, guys. I'm going to be honest. Yeah.
Same. I can't.
Yeah. Like, my heart, because I love that Usman has done it. Like, I just feel like, I know people call him boring, call him what you want, but I'm the winner. I'm the winner's fate. You know, I want the person who has found the game that wins to win. So I don't care if it's boring or whatever. But
I'm in agreement.
my head is saying Burns now, but my heart is saying Usman, and I'm like, I really like.
You want me to? Do you want me to try and sway your decision for you?
Come on, then.
I'll give you some off Gilbert Burns. He probably won't. He hasn't swayed mine. He's lost to Dan Hooker via KO punch. Gilbert Burns has.
And a lightweight.
Yeah.
There's no shame in that because the Hangman.
There's no shame in that at all. Dan Hooker's a.
But then also we got to think I don't think Usman's gonna be swinging like Dan Hooker. You know what I mean?
Nah.
So.
Nah.
Right, I'm gonna hit you with the prediction, guys.
Okay.
I think Gilbert Burns gets it done. I think he finishes. I think he finishes Usman
with a kiss.
Wow.
With a kiss.
Maybe. I think he gets it done either with a knockout or with a submission. I don't know why. I just feel like he's going to get it done. Gilbert Burns' jiu-jitsu is on a different level. He came in known as a jiu-jitsu guy. However, he's also got knockout power and he's displayed it several times, putting people away just in ruthless fashion. So he holds an element that Usman doesn't, which is danger, which is real, legitimate danger. On top of that, they've trained together for a lot extensively. Like they were training partners, which means that these guys know things about each other.
We don't know their talent.
We don't know yet. So in their head, they know. You know, them training sessions go deep. Sometimes you're under recovered. Sometimes you're not feeling it. You might get beaten up, man. Like I've had training sessions where one day you've had the better of somebody, and then another day they've had, you know what I mean? It's like it's like two different people turning up. So how is that weighing in their confidence? I just feel like Kamaru's defensive. I feel like Kamaru's downsides are much more significant than Burns' downsides. Yeah. I feel like if Usman beats Kamaru, if Kamaru beats Burns in a stand-up exchange, it's going to hurt him. I feel like if Burns hits Kamaru in a stand-up exchange, it's more dangerous. I really feel like it's more dangerous. Although Usman's got that big Nigerian head of his, man. He could take some shots. Let's not play around.
Obviously, we're not allowed to say that, so.
Yeah. No, it's all good. On the floor, Usman's a wrestler. He's going to get top control and pour some ground and pound. If Burns is on the top, wrestlers aren't naturally on their back much. I know he's a mixed martial artist, but he's got a wrestling background. When you're back, it's mat. That's a pin. It's a wrap. There's nothing that happens there. Burns has been swimming them waters forever. And I think that Usman on his back is a possibility. If he goes there, it could be really dangerous, man. I see Burns getting a finish. I don't know why. I just...
Yeah. Ooh. Dave?
I ain't got no prediction, bro. I can't pick.
Can't pick.
Oh. I can't pick.
I've turned you a bit, mate.
You've made me think, but I'm still...
No, with that explanation, you have to turn me a bit.
I feel like this is it, yeah. I feel like since Jesus, my light's gone off. Don't worry. I feel like since with what's his name? Since Usman's become the champion, since the Woodley fight, I believe I just feel like he seems softer, and that's the only issue. That's why I'm saying that. If I had otherwise, I believe the same guy turns up for the Woodley fight. That's it. I feel
like he's always had that soft temperament. I don't think he's an angry, aggressive guy. He's always pretty quiet. He's always pretty chilled out and mellow. Not one for screaming and shouting. I think you're gonna get a world class Usman today. I believe he's a legit champion. He's not going anywhere. So Burns is really gonna have to put it on him. I've just got a gut feeling that for me the maths. I feel like if Burns doesn't get the finish, I feel like Usman takes it as well, by the way.
Yeah.
I feel like Burns has to get a finish to get a win. Because over 25 minutes, Usman's a freaking animal.
He he just don't stop. And that's I feel like the only way to
Is he wider than Usman? Sorry, Pad.
It's all right. Go on.
He's wider than Usman, isn't he?
Why?
He's a lot thicker than Usman.
I don't know, because Usman's huge.
Because I
I
was
think
seeing him from the back, and his triceps just look thick.
he's shorter. Burns, I'm sure Burns is 5'10", 5'11".
He is.
Yeah, he
Usman's
seems
6'1".
smaller and wider, isn't he?
Yeah,
Burns
he's
is stacked, man.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how they match up in the stand-up exchanges.
Yeah, I feel like if they do stand up, I feel like that wouldn't be a great idea for Usman at all. But obviously, you say the jiu-jitsu with Burns, but I just feel like Usman, he's just like it's that pressure. I feel like, can you jiu-jitsu? Will it hang with that? Do you know what I mean? So that's the question. That's what we're all. That's what we're all excited.
I'm interested to see
But
how.
no messages. Listen, lads, no messages, nothing.
Yeah, no
Right.
messages. Yeah,
Nothing till after 1-2 at least, and then even then we send. Did you watch it?
yeah. That's fair. That's fair.
So much to go over on this one. It's weird. I think if Usman can get him on the cage, that's where Burns is going to be least comfortable. And Usman's got a whole toolkit there at his disposal. I don't know how he's going to do defensively if Burns crashes forward in striking. I don't know how he's going to cope there, but that's interesting to see. But oh man, there's so many tidbits for this one. So many.
Well, we'll see. That's no, I can't wait to see, guys. But what we're gonna do, we're gonna stop right here because we're gonna stop this. Boom, get this downloaded, uploaded before this thing goes out. Then I'm gonna get my head down, get up, get ready for this. And but yeah, lads, thanks, guys. We're gonna be doing more of these. So, like, if this is something that you're interested in, you want to see more of, but also if you feel like you can add to this. If you feel like you would like to, leave a comment, you feel like you could sit here with us and just hang and just chill, and you feel like you want to add to the convo, like, by all means, email us at padcastonline@gmail.com. Don't forget to head over to Spotify because we're streaming from there. We've got a YouTube where we just hit 500 subscribers. Now, we've only got 500 subscribers, but I'll tell you what, guys, you know what we have just hit? We have just hit 280,000 views on our YouTube. That's in the past 6 months.
Anyways, up.
Lads.
Loving it.
Guys, thanks for the support. Tosh, Dave, nice one, lads. Take care.
See you later, peeps.
See you later.
Bizzle.
Bizzle.